And we're live. Hey everyone, you're live with Griff. Welcome to the stream. Oh, let me get my green screen into place. It's like the magic doesn't magically happen. Hey everybody. It is what day? What day is it? It is Wednesday. September 2nd? 2nd. Oh my gosh, it's September already. August, I think, went a lot faster than all the months before it during this whole quarantine thing. So I'm glad you're with me. Code with Sean is in the house. Sean, how are you, sir? How did the rest of your stream go last night? I ended up having to quit before you were done for the night, but looks like you went for at least 2-3 hours. Working on some. What were you doing? You were doing Docker and Kubernetes on Azure. So fun stuff. Lots of scripting. I really appreciate scripting against Azure, but I hate the whole part of getting started. You hit an issue trying to get a pod to stay running. More troubleshooting. I hate that. And the worst part is when that happens on stream, because you hit this wall and you go, well, I could sit here and just rack my brain on the stream, or I could go do this silently and then come back later. Yeah, I've had that happen at a conference too. A demo you've done so many times, rehearsed, and you get there and you do it, and you hit that wall, and it's usually for some dumb little reason. You go, well, friends, there ain't nothing else I can do here, so let's move on to the next thing, and I'm going to recover from this later. All right, I'm going to turn my personal volume down a little. All right. But yeah, oh man, now I'm having some flashbacks. I'm trying to remember if I've ever had a really big just blow up during a conference talk, and usually not. I try to be as prepared as possible, and sometimes it's hard, especially if you're relying on things like Azure and internet. When those go down, and those go down hard, I try to a lot of times with those demos, unless I am 99% certain I'm going to have reliable internet. I have some sort of backup with slides and screenshots, but those aren't fun. It's fun to do that sort of demo live, and yeah. So, how's everyone else out there in the Twitch world doing? I haven't streamed in a couple of days. I've been working on a course for Obsgility, and I finished today the last demo of the last module for that, and it's all been edited. It is now out for review, and I'm hoping by Friday that I get the final approval on that, and they release it, and I'm done for that. I can just sit back and relax and work on something else. So it's really been it's been a what's the word? I don't remember what I want to say. It's all right. I had to basically make the decision of, do I do this sort of thing, or do I just get that course done? Because it was taking a little bit longer than I originally anticipated. I go into these things with the best intentions. All right, I can do one deck a week, and it'll take me this many weeks to get everything done. And then you get in, you start doing the actual work, and you're like, well, I said one deck a week, but what I really meant was one deck every 2 weeks, and it's 1 week best case, but it's most likely 2 or 3 weeks per deck. And then demos take so much time. I've said this on Twitter numerous times. If you have let's say a 10-minute demo, takes about an hour of prep. It takes 20 minutes of recording, and then you edit that down to 10 minutes. So you're probably in for 2 or 3 hours minimum, just getting all this stuff ready to go. My last demo I recorded today, it was a Swagger demo. So I was working with a simple API. I implemented Swagger for documentation, and just walk through the nuts and bolts of that. When I was done, like so start from nothing, end with something. I had it was 30 minutes of just raw, unedited content. Well, okay, cut. Got that down to about 10 minutes. One of the techniques I use when I record demos like that is I just leave lots of empty space in the recording. So I'm just not talking. I'm maybe just staring at the screen, or I'm just working on something silently. Those are really good cues for me when I'm editing, because I don't like to leave just empty audio in a recording unless there's something interesting happening on the screen. So I'll cut a lot of that stuff out, and it can take a 30-minute video down to 10 minutes, no time flat. You do not want to see the blooper reel. What was the problem I had last week? I talked about this on Twitter. I had to pronounce the word diminishes. But it wasn't like the beginning of a sentence or the end of a sentence. It was right in the middle. And so I was reading my sentence, and I'm reading from a script. Like, I have to write all my scripts out for Slideware. So I get halfway through the sentence and I say diminishes, but I say it wrong. And I'm like, all right, let me try it again. So I restart the entire sentence. You never just pick up from where you left off. You start the entire sentence and say it again. And I screwed it up. I said it again, screwed it up. I maybe spent 2 minutes just trying to say the word diminishes, like in a way that made me not sound like I had a mental disorder. That proof exists somewhere, but it will never make it into the public. I thought about taking a sound clip, and that would be good on my little stream deck, like so diminishes. I think I was trying to add an extra syllable in there. I'm trying to remember what the exact problem was. Like, diminishes is. Yes. That's something to that. English is hard. So, talking in general is just hard. All right. So, the good news is I am back to stream with you all today. I love my new stream elements. It's popping in, telling you to do all these really cool things. And I'm working on some new overlays. So I'm trying to like slightly tweak the channel in a way that makes sense. But first things first, and a couple of commands. Have you hit the heart yet? It's quick, it's easy, and it shows me how much you care. That's what you all should do right now. So if you're not following, following is the freest thing you could do. And it makes me feel good inside. And it contributes to all my vanity metrics. So our next goal for this stream is 500 followers. And I should probably come up with some special goal. When we hit 500 followers, I'll do something special. Maybe like an all-day stream or whatnot. We'll see. So today, I actually have a little side project I wanted to work on. And I've been putting off for a couple weeks. It's this idea of a link aggregator. So there's a lot of different services out there that they do this sort of thing. So they basically read RSS feeds from around the net, and they bring those RSS feeds in, and they post, oh, here's a new post from so-and-so, and here's a new post from this person and that person. And some people, they combine these into like daily lists. My favorite is... my friend Alvin Ashcraft has one called Morning Dew. There's another one called, he's not Morning Dew. He's Dewdrop. I don't remember. Let me go look it up online. So let me switch over to screen share. There we go. Yeah. So this is Alvin. Morning Dew. Yep. So he's Morning Dew, and really this is just an aggregation of different. I screwed up my green screen again. This is just an aggregation of RSS feeds, and he goes through and he puts them into categories and probably does something to pre-build these lists. I haven't actually talked to Alvin about how he designs and some of this stuff. What's the other one? The Morning Brew. That's what I was thinking. I knew it was something coffee themed. I enjoy stuff like this because you can quickly just scan and look to see what is trending. And use that to keep up to date on a lot of basics. And there's a lot of stuff in here that you probably would never want to read anyway. But this is also good stuff to help reshare or broadcast. One of the goals I had for myself this year is just to help people with visibility. So there's a lot of good folks out there on Twitter and just the general development world. I want to help them broadcast some of their content, because if it helps me, it will probably help other people. So because there's so many resources out there for looking at this sort of thing, I would like to pull all this in to one resource that checks a variety of feeds on a regular basis. I can go through, do categorization, I can do tagging, all that stuff. I can also track who writes different posts, like with Twitter IDs and whatnot. And I think most importantly, I can build some automation into how I promote this content out to my channel. So I started working on this thing that I call Griff's Link Aggregator. Nothing special. And my goal is to do a completely no-code approach to this. So we're talking logic apps. We're talking, if I write any code, it's going to be a little bit of serverless. But I want to have kind of no-code approach to this. So I started working on something a while ago. I don't remember what I started working on. Process RSS feeds. So let's look at this logic app. So logic app sends in an RSS feed URL, and the last time it was checked, meaning I am probably managing that elsewhere. Let me connect to this SQL server real fast. I'm going to break the rule. So I'm just basically working on this thing in production, which I know you're not supposed to do, but oh well. There's no amazing development process for logic apps. You just you build them in production. SQL servers, SQL Management Studio is taking this sweet time today. I don't always test, but when I do, it's in production. You're absolutely right. All right, that's not. All right, I have not connected to this database before, but I do have the URL right here. Pull that off screen for a minute. Hey, I heard a magic noise. Sorry, I'm not on that screen, so I can't see it. Let me type this in. Hey, thanks for the follow, Anan Ijed. I'm sorry, I'm horrible with pronouncing usernames, so I butchered that and I apologize. Mikohai, thanks for the follow. I appreciate both of you. Thanks for being here. All right, let's close. Why? Oh, I don't have it's not connected to my database because I thought I had my proxy set up. Oh, I had a trailing slash I didn't mean to have. All right. Let's close all that. That was for another pet project. So I'm connected directly to a production database. Let's see. Posture check. Oh. Hold on. I got this. If my green screen went a little bit higher, I would actually be standing right now at my standing desk. All right. Do I have my zoom on? I do not have zoom it on. Let me turn zoom it on. The only downside to doing this in quote production is it's slow. It's really slow. Do you have a mod? What do you mean? Do I have a Twitch mod? What are you asking? All right, I never pushed up. I do. I have some. I don't think any are online right now. So, code with Sean. Boom. You're a mod now. Okay. So this is, I was working on a test database and I never got it pushed up. So yep, gal, there we go. All right, let me use one of my other favorite tools, SQL compare. Yeah. Actually, you know what? You switch to mod view and you get a commercial. Well, thanks. I will take that 1 cent and do something good with it. All right, let's take these, script them as creates. All right. Yep. Oh, that's cool. They did them all as the same thing. Okay, that's what I wanted. So now I can come up here. I can do a new. Oh man, it's so slow. All right, and I don't want it to use that. All right, that's done. I can close all this crap. Refresh. All right, so I have this feeds view. All right, so I'm going to put in some data here. So consult with griff.com/RSSXML. I think that's my... what's this? Oh, so this is 8. So you know what? I'll go to the beginning of last month. Common tags. We'll say .NET. And of course, my wife just keeps buzzing me like nonstop. I told her I'm going to record. All right, so I have feeds, and basically the idea is that you read all the feeds and you send those to this feed processor. This feed processor reads all the posts from that feed, and then it goes and does some SQL stuff. So SQL Server, it's going to insert a row. All right. Hold on 2 seconds. Oops, that's not what I wanted. All right. No. All right, let's see how that works. It's connecting. Creating. Is it done yet? Nope, not yet. Oh, jeez. There ain't no way to cancel. I copy and paste it and it put a URL instead of the domain name. There we go. That should work now. Okay. I can bring you back over. So now I can tell it, use my SQL. Yeah. So I don't, I'm too lazy to go put paper in the printer. And I'm like, well, it'll keep the job until I do that. So it's actually been sitting like that for 15 hours. What time is it? Yeah. Like last night was when I was going to print it. All right. So I'll insert into posts. And how did I design posts? All right. So feed ID. Oh, I don't pass that in. I should pass that in. Okay. I didn't think this all the way through. Oh, I think I remember what I wanted to do. I wanted to have a default, like, no status. None. All right, but feed ID I should pass in as a... You know what, I can just copy and paste that. I'll call this feed ID. And I think it's just number. All right, so because this is, there we go, feed ID, category ID is 1. All right, title. All right, yep, it should wrap it in a for each. That's what it should do. So the feed title, there's going to be no note to begin with, no tags, is published. We're going to say no, is aggregated, is no. All right. I think that's all I have to do. So we'll hit save. Let's go up here. Let me open up Postman and do a test. Have I published anything since that date? Yeah, I believe I have. Yep, yes, I have. All right, so Postman. Send a sample request to that, which is going to be I don't remember what I asked for. Let's go look. Last check time RSS feed, which would be 20. We'll just say the beginning of the year. No, I don't want to do it. Yeah. You know what? Let's do since May. And then RSS feed URL is going to be equal to rss.xml. All right. Hold on. I don't send a response. I should do that. There we go. 200. Okay, we'll try this again. Over here, we'll hit send. Expected post. Yep. It's churning, so it's doing something. Ugh, it's running. 12 items since May. Okay. So normally this won't have any items, or it might have one. I feel like it's failing, and it's not reporting the error yet. So one of the things that Azure Logic Apps tries to do for you is it automatically retries up to 4 times. So sometimes the error is an actual error, and sometimes the error is just environment conditions. Yeah, pretty sure it's like an actual error. All right, come on, man. Just fail. There we go. Yeah. Yeah, bad gateway. So this complained string or binary data would be truncated in the table post title. How big did I make that? In doubt, change it. All right, title. I made title 50 characters. Oh, check this out. This is new. They've fixed part of SQL Server where if you get string or binary data would be truncated, they tell you where it would happen, which is the greatest error message in the world. Because if you've worked with SQL Server at all in any capacity, you know that in the past, like for the past 20 years, SQL Server would just say, yeah, the string was too long. Well, in which column? What if you're inserting in the 20 columns? Now you have to go through and figure out which ones are which. This takes all the... Andy, no, this puts all the fun back into it. How many characters is this? Console. Articles. And replays. How many characters is that? String length online. Does anyone else do this? Just dumb little tools that tell you how long strings are. It's 54 characters. Oh my gosh. All right, let me change that then to. I don't want it to be like a super long. I'll make it 100. Oh well. Save. Okay. So did these other ones work? All right. That one was successful. Yeah. It's just these couple. So that one failed. That one failed. Probably because it was too long as well. Yep. Yeah. All right. I guess 50 characters is not as long as I thought it was. Single page architecture with Vue.js and ASP.NET Core. All right. Yeah, that one. All righty. Well. Okay. But I should have some content in the table. All right, let's check the values of posts. So I should have some content in there, which is good. Yes. Feed 1, category 1. So basically category 1 is no category. Feed 1. So Kevin's added no notes. So I have these items in here for is published, is aggregated. What I'm thinking about in the future, I forgot to put the URL in there. Duh. You got me hooked on streaming. Yes! Haha. Well, don't thank me. Thank the other live coders who have blazed the trail before me and led me to this point. So I'm glad. I think I've tuned in like 1 or 2 of your streams just because you stream early in the morning. All right, let me go back into my design. Let me add the URL. In varchar. Don't you stream like super early in the morning? A couple times I've watched you. And by early in the morning, meaning like 8. You wait until you've been up for a few hours. Well, maybe you're up for a few hours as me like getting out of bed. Yeah, don't. So actually, if you started streaming at 4 a.m., you would get a lot of the European crowd, which is an experiment I've done once or twice, just trying to stream at different hours. And if you stream earlier in the day, you get a lot of the European crowd who are they're like midway through their day, so they are more likely to tune into you. Hey, Space Shot is hosting the stream. Thanks, bud. Chris, hope you're doing well. So, Chris, I will do a shout out for the Dev Talk Show. You guys have a show tonight, don't you? Wednesday? Trying to remember when y'all do your show. Yeah, and you're talking about so the guys at the Dev Talk Show, it's 8 p.m. Eastern time, and they've been doing this thing on the solid principles, which has been really good. Oh, 8:30 p.m. Eastern time. Okay. So you've already done SO. You're doing L tonight, if I recall. You were not coming here to talk, but yeah, we got 12 people watching those, so that's 12 people that could possibly tune in for the thing tonight. All right. Truncate table posts. All right, there we go. It's at a really good time because usually the kids are in bed or we're trying to get them in bed. So usually what I'll do is I'll watch on my phone. The problem with watching Twitch on the phone is it's delayed by at least 30 seconds, 30 to 40 seconds. So I'll type something in responding to a comment I just saw, but it was 30, 40 seconds ago, and gotta wait for that time. All right, so here's one of my problems with Azure Logic Apps. I just added a column to that table, but if I come in here, it's not showing up in the list yet. And the problem is you have to, hey, Zero to Hero Dev, thanks for the follow. Zero to Hero, that was one of my favorite talk titles back in the day. It's like, go from Zero to Hero and jQuery. And that was just an essential way to get a lot of love. All the 101 talks were like Zero to Hero this, Zero to Hero that. Oh, no, I don't want that one. I want... Oh, it's missing. Oh, there it is. Sequel 1? Why do I have two sequels? Okay, so here's the problem. I need to refresh this, and I don't know any way to manually refresh it. Did that refresh it? Yep. All right. So that should have refreshed it. Actually, I need to talk to someone on the team because that's frustrating. Because you'll update a schema and want to use it immediately in your Logic app, but you can't because it has been. All right, URL. So I need primary feed link. That's probably what I want. Feed link. I think I want primary feed link. Let's see. All right, let's run this again. Go back in Postman. Hit send. Did not. Who? What? Uh-oh. Okay. Table does not contain URL. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Piece of crap. It does. It's right there. I'll turn the stupid notification on. So I hate it when apps don't play with the built-in privacy of our notification on Windows 10. Like I have notifications turned off, but it's like, no, we play by our own rules. You have to turn our notifications off separately. All right, URL's there. If I do select star. Which it inserted the URL for those two. But then all of a sudden it has a problem with URL. What? You know what? I've had this before. Let's resubmit. Yeah. Jeez. Resubmit. I'm glad you have confidence in my ability to figure this out. I don't have confidence in the tool I'm using though, because I very clearly have a URL right there. And it's telling me, Kevin, you do not have a URL. And it worked. It worked for like 2 records. And then for the 3rd record, it decided, no, I'm not going to work. All right. So why do I have 2 SQLs in here? That's concerning me. Let's delete one. I don't feel like I need 2 of them. I don't know why I created 2 of them. Maybe that was an accident. All right. Yep. Select that. Hold on. All right. Hold on, friends. I'm going to move that over to another screen real fast. No. Yeah, I'm dumb. All right, we'll try. Oh, because I cannot spell. There we go. Okay, let's try this again. All right, it removed some. All right, so that should be nothing. That should be nothing. No, no. Okay. Save. Nice thing I like about this is I can just resubmit these requests. Hey, we have a winner. Cool. So if I go back to SQL, look in that database, everything's in there. I should probably have dates in here as well. I didn't think about that. So there should be a publish date. Crap. That means I'm going to have to refresh this entire thing again. All right. We're not going to worry about that right now. Told you. I appreciate your optimism, Andy. All right. Okay, so what I like to do now is I actually would like to truncate these posts again. I want to build another Azure Logic app. So we'll add Logic app. Oh, no. I wish the Azure team would spend like 5 seconds and fix that marketplace for adding new resources, because like sometimes you just have to know the magic number of keystrokes to get the thing that you want. All right, so this is going to be called what? What was my naming schema? Crap. It was just GAL. Okay. So do this again. So here's what I mean. This is actually like a nice categorization of stuff. Hands down, better than anything on AWS. I said it. Like, just finding the resources, bar none, easier than AWS. However, it's like this little box could be so much smarter. Like, they have Azure Search. Like, they have access to a thing that can make search so much better. And I feel like they don't use it. Because if I, like right now, I typed in logic space, okay? Notice what's not in the list. If I backspace 1, hold on. Yeah, if I just type Logi, gives me Logic App or Logic App B2B, or Logic App's custom connector. This is all right. This is actually good because what I think it should do is it should rank what you're typing with probably what's the most commonly used, or let's give more weight to the actual Azure resources. Like the Logic Apps is a core offering of Azure, but Sumo Logic for Azure Audit is not. That's a third-party marketplace item. That should have a lower weight, in my opinion. And so if I type Logic, where's Logic App go now? Shouldn't Logic App still be the first thing? Like, really, who wants Alert Logic Professional? Bring your own license. All right, what if I type Logic? Yeah, all right, so it's not case sensitive. Space app. All right, so I type Logic space A. Co-system Logic, Azure Logic Apps. What? Why is that at the top? What? Exactly. This is frustrating. I need to have a conversation with someone. I just want this fixed. Like, I want to be able to type in 3 letters of the thing I want, and it shows up in the top 5 results. Frustrating. All right, GAL. Process feeds. Meh. Create. Okay. This usually goes pretty quickly. So this is going to execute when HTTP is received. No, it's not. I lied. This will run on a timer. Schedule. Reoccurrence. We'll run this once every hour. Because why not? Don't need any of that stuff. So we'll ask SQL to get rows from database. This is one reason why I really like Logic Apps and why I really like Logic Apps specifically for SQL Server, because I can add all these queries. I don't need any of those queries. So then I'm going to go call a Logic App. And there's gal process RSS feed. It's going to be manual. Logic Apps can read into other Logic Apps in your subscription. So it knows, oh, Kevin, you're asking for feed ID, last check, date, time, and then RSS feed URL. Which is, that's all really cool stuff. And what I can do is I can pull out ID. And it's automatically going to toss in a for each loop. We'll type in last checked. And I'll put in feed URL, all that good stuff. when that's done, I want to update a row. No, not posts. I want to update feeds. The row ID should be so I don't like the terminology here. So that says row ID. I think that should be the key. So we're going to treat it like the key. And then what we'll do is we'll set last checked equal to UTC now. That's what it should do. Save. Okay, so here's the test. Let's look at posts. Post has stuff in it. We'll take that out. Then also select from feeds. Last checked. Oh, it got checked. Let me update that. Update feed set last checked equal to 801. Yep. Okay. There we go. Cool. All right, I like that. Let's run it. See what happens. It's taking slightly longer than I think it should. Hey, Chad from Tail Learn Code. How are you, sir? 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, it's coming in. Chad, I didn't get a chance to check out your stream today. How did that go? All right. I think we have success. Yeah, we do have success. All right, so I have some to-dos. I need to go add the date and the published date to this. Awesome. Chad went really well. He introduced the new layout. Oh, it was a new Twitch layout. Awesome. Well, I'll have to go back and check the video on demand. All right. I'm ready for another kind of tests. All right. Is my buddy Andy Leonard still watching? Let's use him as a guinea pig. Andy. I'm going to use your blog. So, Andy, you should have RSS set up on your blog. There we go. All right, Andy, I'm going to add your blog to my list. And Andy, and wait, I think you're just Andy Leonard on the Twitters. I'm going to say I have not checked yours since beginning of the month. All right, so I'm just going to say SQL, but you're talking about all kinds of stuff nowadays. SSI, yeah. Yes. You know, just say those are your common tags. All right, here we go. I'm going to right, so mine won't update, but yours should. Let's run the recurrence. Let's see what happens. There we go. Ah, that is success. That is awesome. So then what happens next in this grand scheme of things is Kevin can go through and I'll see, all right, Andy has these posts and I haven't touched these posts yet. So I could go through, read, glance at the post. I can make some comments on it. I can add some tags. And the next step is going to be publish this to Buffer, and then have a buffer setup that automatically just pushes these things out to my Twitter feed or my LinkedIn feed. And yeah, so I'm looking forward to this one. Gee, my phone is blowing up. I should turn my phone off before I get on the stream. All right, this is really cool. I am super happy with this, the way it is. I think next steps are, all right, I really need to add the date, the publish date to this. I'm going to go back and do that. So truncate posts. I'm going to go into the post itself. Design. I would have swore I put the date in here. And I'm going to do dates, time, offset. I don't need that for, it's always going to be UTC. So we'll just do daytime. I'm going to move that up to under URL. Add another one in here. There might be some posts I don't want to publish at all. So is published, is aggregated. I'm thinking through my workflow now. All right. I think that's good. Did I have a default? I didn't have a default for any of these. So is published is 0, is aggregated 0, skip is 0. All right. So now the problem is I have to refresh that SQL. I need to find out how to do that. Why is it creating 1, 2, 3 different SQLs? It shouldn't be doing that. It should be reusing the one SQL. Unless I found a bug. I might have found a bug. Yes. All right, let me go back and fix this. So this SQL, password exceeds the... No, that's not true. Although, I didn't know SQL Server had a limit on password length. That seems like a super insecure thing. I mean, what if someone wants a password longer than 128 characters? Oh, well. All right. Let me go off screen for a minute. Let me fix this. Maybe that's why it broke. Oh, yeah. There's a bunch of bad data in here. All right. Yeah, I typed in some bad data. So it looks like when you create a connection and it fails, it still creates the endpoint, but it doesn't. All right, let's make sure that. Yeah, so I had to fail like a couple of things. All right, so let's I have to edit both these feeds real fast. Yep. So this is telling me, Kevin, there we go. That's what it's supposed to do. Get rows from feeds. Yeah. This is how connectors are supposed to work, is that it's like, oh, we'll all point to the same credentials and we'll get the data out. All right, now I need to go in and fix that one. So this one's good. Process RSS feed, edit. Yep. And this should detect the publish date, which I should be able to get from that should be from the for each publish date. Okay, there we go. That's how it should work. Okay. Now we're going to go back into process feeds. I want to run this trigger. Oh, it's not going to work. Why? Because the dates are new. So I need to update feeds set last checked to the beginning of August. Yep, I know. I love SQL prompt just for that little feature. Hey, you're about to execute an update or a delete without a where clause. Are you sure you want to do this? A lot of times, the answer is no. I absolutely do not want to do that. Please don't let me do that. All right. There we go. Publish. Yep, publish date. And I'm assuming that's all UTC. Actually, at that point, it doesn't really matter. Cool. All right. I'm happy. I'm happy with where this is. So really, the next step is to add a couple new feeds in here, and just watch them all process. Let's go look at .NET Kicks and see what's new today. ZDNet. All right, let me pick people I know. Are you interested in anything C#9? Yes, but usually the way I approach new C# features is I forget they exist. So I'll read something and I'll say, oh, that's a cool little feature. That's a cool little feature. That's a cool little feature. I'll go into my day job and code and go, oh, I need to do this or that. And unless one of the new features is something that makes my normal process easier, that I just forget there are new features. Like what's one new thing? Records. And like I've read a couple posts about it. I've seen it in demos, but like it's nothing that's going to translate into my day job until I force myself to do it. And I'm trying to think of a good example. There were a couple things I just picked up naturally. Anonymous types. Like I started using anonymous types wherever I could because it just made sense. I need to sit down and look through the C# 9 features again and pick out the stuff like, string. Yep. Interpolation. I started using that. The biggest thing for a lot of these features is ReSharper. When I was using ReSharper would say, hey, would you like to translate this from string format to string interpolation? And I went, yeah, sure, why not? And then I just got so used to the syntax that that's just how I started writing it. Link. So let's go way back when they introduced Link into .NET. I couldn't grok Link anyway except the long form, like from collection select XYZ order by blah blah blah. That's the only way I could read or write Link. It wasn't until using ReSharper, and ReSharper had a feature that would basically flip back and forth. Like, oh, would you like to see this in I forgot what the name of the two forms are. Or basically like code form or like query form. So I was like, oh, go and flip it for me. And would write this like very nice chained fluent method call. Or chain method versus like fluent method or something like that. So I just started writing all my Link that way. Like, all right, .where, .first or default. So I think ReSharper has helped me more learning new C# features than actual like C# has. I'm thinking that's why I picked up query syntax first. Yeah, that's what they always showed us. Like, oh, look, you can write SQL in your .NET code. Yeah. Well, and they were trying to convert us all to basically link to entities. All right, yeah, link to SQL. Like everyone loved link to SQL. And they're like, no more link to SQL, any framework. And we're like, but we really like link to SQL. Link to SQL is good. Like link to SQL does exactly what you want it to do. And there's no, any framework. It was all downhill from there. Link was the gateway drug to functional programming. Yeah, absolutely right. I love writing Link. And I love being able to take a collection and go, all right, this is exactly what I need out of it, XYZ. Man, all right. So who's at the top here? Azure Spring Cloud, a fully managed service for Spring Boot apps, is now generally available. What? C# 8. Not really an EF fan. I'm not its biggest fan. I'm like that guy working the concert who's just paid to be there, but can care more or less. Buy me a coffee. All right. Nah, I'm not linking my hands yet. Officially acknowledges the rollout of Outlook Spaces. What's some .NET content in here? Using proxies in ASP.NET Core. Who's this? I use EF, but I don't like it. I know that feeling all too well. Okay. So one of the things I need to do, actually, I need to go back to one of my old RSS lists and pick out a bunch of comments. What are the .NET blogs? There we go. So I'll take this and put this into an RSS feed. Does this have an RSS feed? Oh, there we go. All right, so I can take this and go put it into. So this is the .NET. Jeez, .NET. It's just .NET blog. Yeah. Microsoft. I forgot. Does the .NET team publish from the .NET Twitter account? There isn't really a .NET Twitter account, is there? Nah, I guess it is. Oh, and it follows me. Oh my gosh, I didn't know that. All right, so last checked, we'll put in 08. No, we'll do last week. So this one is going to be .NET. Okay. So that means now I can run this trigger again. Well, I'm practically verified. Yeah. That was just the random thing I was checking. Was, all right, what's the official .NET account? I'm like, it's just .NET, right? It's like, oh, they follow me. I'm like, uh-oh. They're only following 920 people, and I'm one of them. Yeah. Well, I need the .NET account to retweet some of my stuff. That's a... All right. So this is what I like about Logic Apps. This runs once an hour for 3 seconds. So the grand total cost to me is a fraction of a cent. So we come in here, look at posts. Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff in here. All right, so and then I can come back later and look at some of the other dev blogs. Like now, yeah, I want to get the ASP.NET blogs, and because I also think they're like the Microsoft Azure blogs. All right, so that's my to-do for later. Is I need to go through and add that stuff in, and then I'm going to have to. Then I'm actually going to build just some. I need to build some serverless off of this. Oh my goodness. But I am not. I forgot I had that Slack open. Let me close that. So I'm going to build a mini app. I'm going to use Azure static web apps to do that work. So let's go create that real fast and just get that started. Static app. Sorry, hold on. So here, I'm going to complain again about this stupid marketplace search. If I type in static app, it should show me static web apps. No, you have to type in static web app. I wonder, like, is there, I'm going to build my own search and pulls all the resources. Like, I wonder if there's a feed for that. Hold on. Let's go back. Let's open up, oh, what? What? Oh, that's from, like, my entire session. Okay, let's go look at the network tab. Y'all know you do this. Yeah, so, like, they have a suggestions API. Is this, is this protected? Hold on. Copy. Where's Postman? Come here, Postman. Huh. 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 I need access to the data, though. I wonder if there's a data source with all this stuff in it. So static web app preview. If you click that, I don't know how to translate that into a call, though. That's a problem. Oh, wait. It makes another call to the catalog. It's back all the metadata. Holy crap. Zoom in on this. So it looks like if you selected from the list, it makes a secondary call. View offers. Azure category or catalog API.azure. Hold on. Okay. Nope, I don't have a valid certificate. Is there a definition? Nope. All right. All right. I'm not going to spend any more time on that. Close the development tools. All right, let's create. So this is going to be in East US 2. This is going to be the. Oh, I can't do it yet because I haven't created the GitHub repo for that. Yeah, I wish you could just create it and then go link the thing later, but you can't. It won't let you. Will it? Yeah, you have to provide all the information. Okay. Well, I can do that over here in another tab. All right, aggregator. Ha. Add README, add a git ignore, VS Code, Visual Studio. Okay, I'm gonna let GitHub do its thing real fast. Griff, link aggregator, UI. I have so many GitHub repos I just need to delete. Oh. Well. This is new. Gatsby Hugo View Press Custom. I like this. All right, so the artifact is going to be in distribution. Yeah, we'll just leave all that alone. Create. There's nothing in there, so it's not going to do any work yet. It's going to fail. Well, we can go create it, right? Azure changes every single day. Yeah, I know. Nope. Not Twitch bot. Actually, I need to come back to that bot one day because I have a whole bunch of little bot ideas I want to work on. And view. Eh. Just realized I got my whatchamacallit? My abbreviation's incorrect or backwards in the other part of this app. Yeah. I've been calling it the GAL, the Griff Aggregator Link instead of Link Aggregator. Oh well. Oh well. As long as you remain consistent, right? How's everyone out there in Twitch land doing? I've had a good number of viewers this session. I'm very impressed. I appreciate streams that people hang out in. Still twitching. Awesome. I'm glad you're here, Sean. All right. Come on. I know that feeling. I don't know why, but I'm really into watching people on Twitch play Fall Guys, and it's just such a good game to watch someone play on stream. Like, you don't have to. It takes you 10 seconds to get the point of the game, and it's just so entertaining depending on the streamer. Is watching them just fail over and over and over again. I enjoy it immensely. All right, let's open this VS Code. So I want to make a new directory API. And inside API, create a new project. It's got to be a JavaScript project. So we'll say get feeds. Get pending posts. We'll do that. So I have to write SQL in. What's the problem, yo? Did I accidentally escape out of it? I guess I did, didn't I? All right, HTTP trigger. Yes. All right. Oh, that's what I did. I think I typed something bad in. So we'll say get pending posts. I don't want that to be anonymous, so we'll do function authorization on that. Yes, go ahead. Why don't you? All right, let me copy all this up into API. Yeah, move. Func. No, not there. Yep. Yeah. All right, that, and that. Those all go in there. Okay. This is the problem. This is the thing I don't like about Azure Static Web Apps is that if you want an API functionality in it, you have to use JavaScript-based Azure functions. You can't use C#. And some of the stuff I'm doing would just be so much easier in Azure. What's it? Sample dat. All right. So, poop. Okay. So I essentially need to do a couple things. I'm going to put you over there. All right. So this is get pending posts. How do we get pending posts from the database? So select, I don't want to do select like that. This has everything in it. Good. All right. So select pending post is going to be anything where, and let me tell SQL prompt to update. Or is published is equal to 0. I gotta figure out my logic here. So I want to show all the posts, but if I process the post, it's really if one of these, it's only if all these are 0. So, all right, or is published equals 0. And is aggregated is equal to 0, and skip is equal to 0. And I forgot that skip is a keyword, but it works here. Okay, so that works on all those. And what I want to do is I want to order by the cat. Oh, no, you know what? I want to do something smarter here. No, I don't. No, I don't want to be smart. Hi, welcome to the stream. My name's Kevin. I'm just talking into a microphone, just pretending you're all not here. And that's the way I develop. What's the best way to talk to SQL Server from Node.js? I don't know. Node.js driver for SQL Server. There we go. Tedious. The name of the package to connect the SQL server is called Tedious. Oh, I appreciate that so much. Cool. All right. Wow. Okay. Let's back up. I don't need all this dumb context stuff, but what I do need is const. Ooh. Oh crap! I'm in. Hold on. Can you do this? Yes. All right. Phew. I thought I was going to have to do some funky string manipulation here. Okay. There we go. Tedious. Okay, so in here, hey, we have a raid coming in from Freestyle Coder. Chris, how are you doing, sir? I don't think my alert went off for the raid. Oh well, but I got the notification, so I see you there, Chris. npm install tedious. Is that it? Just tedious. Chris, I'm glad you're here. How'd your stream go? What are you working on today? Hey, thanks for the sub with Prime. I'm sorry. Thanks for the sub with Twitch Gaming. Because why would you call it Twitch Prime? Even though they haven't changed the little notes yet in the chat. We're on DevSpace. So DevSpace 20. I forgot what your plans for DevSpace were. You're not going virtual with DevSpace, are you? Or are you just playing for next year? Copy this example. 2020 next. Wait, what? How did I miss that? Was your call for papers during the before the quarantine and I just missed it? I feel like I completely missed your call for papers and now I feel bad about it. Yeah. Well, I keep this Notion list. Let me... no, go away. Close you. So I have this list in Notion. Let me find it. Never really existed. Oh, okay. Here, I'll show this to the group. Actually, let me do this. Share. Yeah, it's not gonna work. Okay. Oh well. Okay, so I have this Notion list, and I basically, when I hear about conferences, so so Codapalooza can move because Codapalooza is done. Move that to archived. So basically, I keep a Kanban board of all the things I've submitted to, or things I need to submit to, but they've been announced, and I haven't heard back yet. So actually, like TDConf, I've been accepted to. I should move that. I've submitted to Nova Code Camp, Granite State Code Camp. I haven't heard back from any of those folks yet. Visual Studio Live. So this was funny. This was pre-COVID, and they haven't actually announced if they're obviously not happening because it's next month. But they don't. I'm still pending in Sessionize. I hate when conferences do that. If you're not going to have a conference, or if you're not going to select a speaker, just go through and clear them all out. But things like Beer City Code was canceled and moved to next year. So I put the tentative dates in here for planning purposes. But what I love about Notion is you can have all this metadata. So the event dates, CFP end dates, URLs and stuff like that. So Chris, Philly Code Camp is going to be November 20th and 21st. Oh, okay, good to know. So he'll open that like October 25th, right? So Philly Code Camp 2020. It should be soon. All right, so I won't set a CFP end date, but if you're telling me it's on the 20th, 21st, are y'all going to try to do workshops again? All right, so I'll keep this in there. And once I hear some information about it, I'll come back and I'll update it. But this is super nice for when I find out about a conference, I'll put it in here. And then some things I don't submit to because I just forget. Let's take a look at like that conference or the Quicken Loans TechCon. Just totally forgot to submit to them. And then I have a whole bunch of stuff that just got canceled because of COVID. So I give that its own list. Because like KCDC next year, I'm going to want to know about that. So I will periodically look at these lists and see if they've announced 2021 dates yet. Tech Bash. Sorry, guys. So fun stuff. That's how I keep track of my conferences. What? No. What's this? No, that's not what I want. I want this. All right, let's copy that mess. All right, so this is a big old to-do right here because I'm actually going to have to pull that out of the settings for the static app because I'm not going to hard code that. Connection. See, I know how to do all this in .NET, but I have no idea what to do here. All right, so this is async method. All right, so crap, I'm gonna have to like return a promise, aren't I? Man, I don't remember how to do any of that crap. Azure Functions, JavaScript, async. context.done. Oh, okay. Not the recommended pattern. No. Oh man, I might be too tired to work on this right now. My brain is not ready to concentrate on JavaScript async await. Oh, excuse me. What time is it? Oh man, I've been streaming for almost 2 hours. Holy cow. Okay. All right. All right. So I'm on another screen. So I'm looking at Azure. How they best want you to support Azure Functions async. So, because basically I'm going to make 2 calls in a row, 2 asynchronous calls. Tedious. Now, is Tedious support async await? Oh. Oh, okay. Man. That's not what I want. Oh, this looks like way better. Hold on, I'm confused. Is Node MS SQL not tedious? What? When was this last updated? 23rd, so a couple months ago. Okay. And I forgot I have my Elgato passing through. Usually I turn that off. I don't think Tedious supports async await. Well, maybe it does. Maybe I'm just dumb. And see, this was just updated 16 days ago. Actually, when in doubt, look at issues. That's one of my favorite things to do. Okay, so it does. I'm just dumb. All right, so I'm going to await that. Then you execute request. right. So, wow. Yeah, I shouldn't need all that. Oh, I don't want execute. I want query. No, hold on. Is there no query? Really? This is what I get from trying to learn from like sample code. All right, so request is equal no request. Oh, yeah. Let me go back to the documentation for TDS because all right. Haha. What's funny is I only use dark theme in VS Code. Everything else I'm light theme. I don't like that. All right. Yeah, I don't like this. And that hasn't been updated in a year. So do I use tedious or do I use or MS SQL? Yeah, that's what I want. A Reddit post. Is supporting TDS. Okay. All right. Maybe I'm just thinking too much about it. So let me. execute SQL. Pass in the request. Okay. So on a row, on done. Man, I need like an ORM or something for this. This is a use case for an ORM. All right, so this is request. On request done. What is this mess? On each row. What? On each row, you get back a function with the columns? And you, wait, why would you? Oh, I know why you. Oh, yeah. All right, I'm thinking with ORMs, and that's dumb. Don't do that, Kev. Go away, ORMs. So this is the case I would really like an ORM. Actually, what I wanted to do is just return back an object, and so how do I know the column name? So it's passing back columns. Is there, like, here's what I want to do. I want to do results.push columns map. Ooh. How do you do that dynamically? I don't even know if you can do that. All right. What's in here? Oh my gosh, I kind of hate this. You know what? I do hate this. Like, this is dumb. I don't want to do this. All right, so I'm not. I'm going to write a logic app that does it for me. What happened to my other one? Oh, there it is. All right, so do this instead. I can always change it later, right? All right, go to resource. All right, so I want to get rows from my SQL database that's already configured. posts. I'm going to add filter query, and this is OData. My OData sucks. Where is published equals 0. Do you use and in OData, or is it ampersand? I don't remember. Chat, back me up. Nope. All right, I gotta look this up because I have no idea. OData and OData.org. That's probably a good place to go, right? And is the worst query thing you could ever search for. Oh, jeez. All right, so actually I need EQ. So EQ. All right, EQ. Oh, how do you combine filters? Like all these examples only have one. Yeah, with multiple predicates. There we go. That's exactly what I want. Thanks, Stack Overflow. And. Okay. And. It's and. All right. Assuming that works. Save, and what we'll do is we will respond with JSON value. Okay. I have no idea what that's going to look like. So let's copy that. Go back in the Postman. Oh, so I have that as a post. I should change that to a kit. Oh well. Server did not receive a response from the upstream. Something broke. It's a stupid OData query. No, it wasn't. Okay, so this returns a response. Yep, it has all my content in it. So that part worked. Unable to process the template language expressions response to the language function. JSON expects its parameter to be a string or XML. No, what I wanted you to do was turn that into JSON. Dumb piece of crap. All right, let's try that again. List of items. No. Hold on. Give rows value. No, I want get rows. Get rows. Hold on, that's not what I want. All right, those are all the elements. We don't want those. We'll go with that. We'll see what happens. Hey. Hey. Wait, a winner. Okay. So that took all of 5 minutes to write instead of me trying to figure out how to write dumb Node.js code. I have nothing against Node.js. It's just there are some cases where it is just easier to write C# or anything other than Node.js. All right, I like this. So I could take that and that returns. Let me make sure all the pieces match up. Content type JSON. Yep, it returns what I expected to. Whole bunch of MS tracking headers. Man, that's a lot of headers. Okay. Yep, that's all. That's all good. Man, that was so much easier to write. I don't think that's necessarily what I want, but I think that's a good starting point. I just need an endpoint that will give me back this list of stuff. Yeah. But I think that's good for today. It's a good stopping point because I need to go get ready to do some other stuff and then knock off for the day. But we have 9 people watching. Does anyone have a Twitch person that they think we should... let's see. Oh, Ryan's running. He's learning ASP.NET Core. Lucky number 11. I haven't rated Ryan in a while. Nick's Mad Science. I rated him last time. I think we should rate Ryan.
Different.
I use ice cream.
Wait for the
for
ad.
medicinal purposes, you know.
Man,
This would be
oh
so
man,
good for dinner.
Very crispy.
that looks
spicy.
good.
Delicious.
Some
little
bacon,
tang.
some mozzarella sticks.
Dangerous.
Thought through everything.
I'm all right. Who's in for some Sonic after this?
About that one.
All right.
So
And he's doing stuff on
what
Azure.
you'd have to do is you'd have to get it up in there. You would push it up and you would get it deployed.
All right, so we're going to raid our good friend Ryan over at Developers Garage. So the rules of raiding
It would be nice if they had 3.2 in there.
is when you get over there,
I don't know why they don't.
tell him
Makes sense. But if you
I said hi
stuff that's in there,
and sit and watch his stream for a couple of minutes.
3.2 in it,
Give him a follow if you're not following him already. And just, before I forget, if you're not following me, hit the heart
you're still gonna use
below my avatar, my picture here, and give me a follow. Tell everyone we said hi. Tell them Sean said hi. And yeah, just sit there and learn ASP.NET Core with him for a couple minutes. But thank you all for hanging out with me today. It's been a pleasure. I hope to be on tomorrow or Friday, doing a little bit more of this project, the Griff link aggregator. Try to get that polished and into production. But thank you all for hanging out with me. I will see you on the flip side, and let's go hang out with Ryan.